All right, let's jump right into a topic that can feel, well, a little overwhelming. California real estate forms. I know, it sounds like a mountain of paper, right? But trust me, we're going to break it all down and make it make sense. Let's do this. So, you're thinking about buying a home in the Golden State? That's awesome! It's such an exciting time, a huge step, and you're probably already dreaming about where all your furniture is going to go. And then there's the paperwork. Yep, it's the one thing everybody warns you about, but here's the secret. It's not actually your enemy. It's really there to have your back. That's why I want you to think about this whole thing a little differently. You're on a home buying quest, and these forms, they aren't the obstacles. No way. They're your map to show you the way, and they're your shield to keep you safe on the journey. So let's start with that first big wave of documents you're going to see. This is basically you gearing up, grabbing your essential toolkit of information that you need right from the very beginning. First up is the agency disclosure form. This thing answers a really fundamental question. Who is in your corner? Is your agent legally sworn to look out for your best interests and only yours? Or are they working for both you and the seller? This document makes that crystal clear so there's no confusion. Next, we have the Fair Housing and Discrimination Advisory. Think of this as the golden rule for the whole process. It's a non-negotiable, legal reminder that everyone gets a fair shot, period. It ensures the quest for a home is open and equal for everybody. This next one is all about transparency. It's just your broker giving you a heads up that, hey, they might be helping other people buy or sell homes at the same time. It's totally normal, but it's important for you to know what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, now it's time to pick up your shield. This is the Wire Fraud Advisory. And I'm not kidding. This is so important in our digital world. It's here to protect you from what I like to call the digital dragons, scammers trying to get at the big sums of money that change hands in a home purchase. And look, the form literally says to use extreme caution, and they mean it. Scammers are tricky. They'll send you official-looking emails trying to get you to wire your down payment to their bank account instead of the right one. The number one rule is to always call and verbally confirm wiring instructions with a trusted number. Never, ever trust an email alone. Okay, so we've got our initial tools. Now we're at the main event. This is the heart of the entire transaction, the one document that everything else revolves around. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The California Department of Real Estate literally says the purchase agreement is the most important document. This is the big one, the California Residential Purchase Agreement, or RPACA. It's the legally binding contract that says you're going to buy that house. Now, built right into that agreement are your safety nets. They're called contingency clauses. They're basically conditions that have to be met for the sale to actually happen. We're talking about things like getting your loan approved, the home appraising for the right amount, and doing your inspections. They're your escape hatches if something isn't right. So how does it actually work? It's pretty simple, really. Step 1, a specific thing, like you getting final approval for your loan, has to happen by a certain date. Step 2, if it doesn't happen by that deadline, the contract can be canceled, and you usually get your deposit back. It's a massive protection for you. All right, the agreement is signed. Now for the fun part. This is where we get to peek behind the curtain. The seller is legally required to tell you everything they know about the property's condition, the good, the bad, and the ugly. They do this with a form called the Real Estate Transfer Disclosure Statement, or TDS. It's a legal requirement where the seller has to put in writing any major issues they're aware of. This is your first real deep dive into the property's history, coming straight from the source. And the TDS covers a ton of ground. The seller lists all the things that come with the house, like appliances, and tells you if they're working. But the real meat is where they have to disclose any known structural problems. We're talking a leaky roof, foundation issues, stuff like that. This document is all about preventing nasty, expensive surprises later. Now, sometimes your quest has a few side paths. Depending on what's going on, you might see other forms. Maybe a request for repair after your inspection, or a contingency removal form once everything checks out. Just think of these as special tools you pull out for specific situations that might pop up. Not everyone will need them. We're getting so close to the end of the journey, but first, we have to pass a couple of final safety checkpoints. These are all about making sure your new home is safe and healthy for you and your family. This first one is a simple, straightforward law in California. If a home has any kind of fuel-burning heater, appliance, or even an attached garage, it must have working carbon monoxide detectors. It's a simple rule that literally saves lives. Okay, now for a danger you can't see, smell, or taste: radon gas. And this warning comes straight from the top. The U.S. Surgeon General says it's the #2 cause of lung cancer in the country. It's a natural gas from the ground that can get trapped inside homes, and it's a serious health risk. Now, you might be thinking, radon in California? I haven't heard much about that. And it's true, a smaller percentage of homes here have a problem compared to some other states. But here's the thing: California's population is massive, so even a small percentage means a lot of people could be affected. That's why being aware of it is so important. So there you have it, that giant stack of paperwork. It's not a monster to be afraid of. It's your map, it's your shield, it's your toolkit to make sure you're protected. You've got everything you need. So the only real question left is, are you ready to start your next chapter?